Okay, let's dive in. We're starting with a really chilling scene. A quiet apartment in Oregon.
Yeah, the discovery of Emily Harper, 22 years old.
A journalism student, found strangled in her own home. And right away, there's this detail. No forced entry.
That immediately narrows the focus, doesn't it? Suggests she knew her attacker. Let them in, maybe.
Exactly. And another strange thing, her phone is gone, vanished. But her smartwatch, still on her wrist.
That's interesting. Leaving behind a tracking device, essentially, a data recorder. Why take the phone, but not that? Oversight. Misdirection.
We'll get into that. So Detective Alex Monroe gets to the scene. It's described as eerily still. Not a huge mess, but signs of a struggle, like a broken lamp.
A contained struggle, maybe, not a frenzy.
Right, and then he sees it. A half-written article on her computer, the title is stark. Pill pushing in plain sight, a campus epidemic.
Wow. Okay, so immediately you have a potential motive tied to her work, the classic journalist uncovering danger scenario.
It seems like the most obvious lead. Then we learned about her roommate, Jenna Carter.
The roommate. Always a key figure.
She's a nursing student. She's the one who found Emily, returning from a night shift, she says, around 6 a.m.
And understandably very distraught, I imagine.
Absolutely. But, in these cases, everyone close is looked at initially.
Standard procedure. Gotta rule people out or in.
And that article title really hangs in the air. Was she about to expose something big? Something someone would kill to keep quiet?
It certainly puts that possibility front and center. Who benefits if that story never gets published?
Okay, so investigators are pursuing this angle, the dangerous story. But then, remember that smartwatch?
The one left behind, yes.
It syncs, and a voicemail pops up. Recorded the night of the murder, 9:41 p.m.
Oh. What does it say?
It's supposedly Emily's voice, but described as trembling, maybe a bit.
No.
And the message is explosive.
Oh, what?
It says, "It's Derek. He said he'd rather see me dead than with someone else. He's been outside the apartment for days."
Ooh. Okay. Derek. That throws a wrench in the works. An ex-boyfriend.
Exactly. Derek Miles, the ex. And background checks reveal he actually has a prior misdemeanor assault charge.
Not helping his case. Does he have an alibi?
That's the thing. Initially, no solid alibi for the crucial time frame. And his phone activity, it just stops after 8:30 p.m. that night.
So, voicemail accusation, history of assault, no alibi, phone off. That paints a pretty clear picture. He looks like the prime suspect.
Absolutely. The focus shifts hard onto Derek. It seems almost too neat.
It does. You've got motive, jealousy, anger, and seemingly opportunity.
But then technology throws another curveball. Security footage.
The cameras. What do they show?
They show Derek leaving the apartment building at 9:20 p.m.
9:22. But the voicemail was recorded at
9:41 p.m. 21 minutes after he demonstrably left the building.
Precise. That changes things drastically. He couldn't have been there to force her to make that call, or worse, during the call.
Precisely. And the smartwatch data backs this up. Emily's heart rate spikes suddenly at 9:42 p.m., just after that voicemail timestamp.
A sign of extreme stress or the start of the attack.
And then it flatlines completely at 10:03 p.m.
So the critical events happen after Derek is confirmed to be gone. He's exonerated, at least from being the one physically there at the time of death.
Which makes you look back at that voicemail very differently. That trembling off tone.
It sounds planted now, doesn't it? Like it was staged to frame him.
Seems very likely. So if Derek didn't do it, who did? And why frame him?
This is where the detective work really has to dig deeper. You circle back.
Exactly. Detective Monroe isn't buying the easy answer. He goes back to Emily's apartment, focuses on her laptop again.
Looking for something missed.
He checks the fresh folder and finds it. A deleted draft of the article. Not the half-finished one, something more complete.
The digital breadcrumbs. People delete things thinking they're gone.
But they often aren't. And this draft, it names names.
Oh. Not just general allegations, then.
No. It details specific nurses at a nearby student health clinic selling prescription meds, Xanax, Adderall, even oxycodone directly to students on campus.
Okay, that's huge. That's not just a small-time issue. That's a serious criminal enterprise with potentially severe consequences for those involved. Their careers, licenses, prison time.
A powerful motive to silence someone about to expose it all. And here's the connection.
Let me guess.
The roommate. Bingo. Jenna Carter, the nursing student roommate who found the body. She worked part-time at that very clinic mentioned in the article.
Wow. Okay. Suddenly, the distraught roommate who discovered the body looks very different.
Very different. Now you have someone with proximity, access, and a massive direct motive to stop Emily's article from ever seeing the light of day.
So Jenna becomes the focus. Time for another interview.
A much more pointed one. Monroe brings her back in, starts questioning her alibi, that night shift she claimed to be on.
Did it hold up?
Not under scrutiny. They pull her time card records from the clinic.
And?
She didn't work a full night shift. She clocked out at 8:25 p.m.
8:15 p.m. That gives her plenty
Yeah.
of time to get back to the apartment well before that 9:41 p.m. voicemail and the 10:03 p.m. flatline.
Ample time. Her alibi crumbles. The timeline fits her now, not Derek.
The pieces are falling into place. Confrontation time.
Monroe lays it out. The deleted article, her connection to the clinic,
Hmm?
the drug sales. Emily knew, and she was going to expose her.
How does Jenna react?
She breaks down, confesses, said she confronted Emily.
Mm.
She was terrified losing nursing school, her license, her whole future, everything.
The motive confirmed from her own mouth.
Yeah, but she tries to soften it, saying, I didn't mean to. It just happened.
And a comment refrain, minimizing responsibility, but it's still a confession to being there, to the confrontation leading to Emily's death.
It seems like the case is solved, right?
Yeah.
Jenna confessed. Motive, opportunity means.
But you said earlier there was one more twist, something else from the smartwatch.
There is. Just when you think it's over.
Yeah.
The forensic team works some magic. They managed to recover more deleted audio fragments from the smartwatch.
Beyond the staged voicemail.
Yes. And this isn't that off, trembling voice. This sounds like the real Emily.
What does she say?
It's chilling. She sounds nervous, definitely scared, but also resolute. She says Jenna knows that she knows about the dealing.
So Emily was aware Jenna knew she was onto her.
Yes. And she even says something like, Jenna thinks her plan to frame Derek is working, thinks Emily is just scared of him.
Wow, so Emily even clocked the framing attempt.
But here's the kicker. Emily says, clear as day, that Jenna doesn't realize she's already submitted the article to her editor.
No way, she already sent it.
Apparently so. The recording then cuts off abruptly, with Emily saying she's scared Jenna will find out she submitted it.
That is incredible. It means Emily knew the danger she was in from Jenna, not just Derek, and took steps to ensure the story got out regardless, even anticipated being silenced.
It completely reframes her last moments.
Mm.
She wasn't just a victim, she was actively fighting back, trying to guarantee the truth surfaced, even if the worst happened.
So let's recap the whole thing. Emily, the student journalist, uncovers drug dealing at a campus clinic.
Her roommate Jenna is involved. Motive? Pure self-preservation. Fear of exposure.
Jenna confronts Emily. Things escalate tragically. Then she tries to cover her tracks by staging that voicemail to frame the ex-boyfriend Derek.
But the tech, the security cameras, the smartwatch heart rate data blows apart the timeline for Derek's involvement in the actual murder.
Which leads investigators back to Jenna, breaking her alibi with the time cards, leading to the confession.
And finally, Emily herself gets the last word, posthumously, through that recovered audio, revealing her knowledge, her fear of Jenna, and the fact she'd already ensured the story was out there.
It's a really tragic story, highlighting the risks journalists take, but also the power of digital forensics today. The smartwatch was both a tool for deception and the ultimate key to the truth.
Absolutely. The irony is thick. Jenna killed Emily to stop the story, but Emily had already sent it. Her death didn't even achieve the killer's primary goal, ultimately, though it cost Emily everything.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, about the secrets people carry and the lengths they'll go to protect them.
And the courage it takes to try and bring those secrets out. It leaves you wondering, what other stories are unfolding just under the surface right now that we don't see?